Hey everyone, Jay Parker here, the Modern Eater Show. Today I'm going to show you last year's summer dinner series with Chef Brother Luck. Chef Brother Luck from 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumpling in Colorado Springs did an amazing job with folks. Cerberus Brewing were there, Petrocco Farms was there, Centennial Cuts was there, Chris Johnson from Rome Sausage was there. The list goes on and on. But live from Pizza Republica Downtown, last year Chef Brother Luck put on an amazing dinner. And I'm going to show that to you today. Watch this video, scroll through it, have a good time, jump around from part to part. There's different stuff everywhere. You're not going to sit there and watch this whole thing. I get that. But bounce around, jump in there and see what's going on throughout the dinner. This year's road trip, The Modern Eater, oh my goodness, it's going to be crazy. We're going to go to so many places around Colorado. We're going to source so many products. We're going to talk to so many farmers and so many ranchers and so many distillers and brewers and restaurant owners and chefs and wineries and it's going to be bananas, and you're going to want to tune in to the TME Road Trip starting in June. It's going to be wild. That's what the road trip is. The road trip is sourcing, right? And creating content and showing you where your Colorado food and beverage is coming from. Then the summer dinner series is to celebrate it and to meet the folks physically or Zoom-ly, for the dinner. But that's what I'm doing on the show today. We're working hard for you to put together this year's road trip and this year's summer dinner series. So, all that being said, watch this.
All right, so this is exciting. I think this is our fourth year. It's been a couple years. I think we did a barbecue restaurant, we did the studio kitchen, and now here we are in downtown Denver. This is special. I want to say this is the first large dinner I've actually done since all this COVID stuff has been happening. So. I'm so excited to be doing this. I went from doing this all over the world, a different dinner every weekend, to staying at home like everyone else and being safe. And, to be able to do an outdoor event of this magnitude with this storyline, I think is extremely special because it really touches the connection of the people that are behind our food and who is being impacted right now. So this is really special. We're going to have some amazing people talk tonight. I'm excited to share some food with you all, and I think we're going to have a great dinner. So
it's about community. It's about stories. It's about how do we get to the other side, create an experience during a time like we have right now. Again, what a special night. Here we are, downtown Denver. Chef Brother Luck's here with us, some of the best of the best. You're going to hear some great stories tonight, brother.
I feel like Padma's going to jump out at any moment. I'm so nervous because I haven't cooked outside in downtown Denver since Top Chef. Yeah, that's not funny. Okay, so it's a windstorm, and you're downtown, and you're not allowed to go inside, and we want you to work with nothing but local ingredients and create a 5-course dinner for 60 guests tonight. Time starts now. That's how it feels.
We had a little preparation, though. We were sourcing food for you all over Colorado. You've probably seen it on our Instagram stories. We're running across. Brian's picking potatoes out of the ground. We've got our ranchers here. We've got Mo from Mo's Eggs here. We got chickens. Everything's local here, you guys. And Chef Brother Luck's here. Who watched Chef Brother Luck on Top Chef? A lot of folks. People follow you, Brother Luck. You're doing.
I got kicked off. It's okay.
Last chance
2
kitchen,
times.
man. Tonight, what's the menu like? It's a good menu. It's in front of everybody.
Tonight's menu is really special. These guys were driving around. They were the Thelma and Louise of Colorado. They were in the car. I think he had the bandana, the scarf wrapped around. It was so adorable on their Instagram stories. But what they did is they brought us amazing ingredients. It was adorable. They brought us amazing ingredients to the kitchen, and I said, hey, you got to get them to me early so we can actually get them cooked and get them staged. Every course is going to have a great story behind it, and we'll get into that. But there's some beautiful stuff. As we get into this first course, this has actually been a signature dish at my restaurant 4 down in Colorado Springs for the last 4 years. So we love working with Bow and Arrow Farms. Their corn is absolutely special. We love supporting the Ute tribe and everything that's happening down there in the Four Corners. 4 is actually inspired by the Four Corners. So I was actually reading a quote from a Ute tribe elder who said, pre-reservation, pre-contact, we were experts at hunting, fishing, farming, and gathering. And that made us excellent cooks. So our whole restaurant is based on that quote. And if you go into 4, you actually see those symbols. You'll see those symbols on the windows. So this blue cornbread is utilizing that corn. We have Pueblo chilies, which come from right down the street of Colorado Springs. We have a wahapi, which is a variety of berries that have been cooked down with a little bit of agave nectar. And then we finish that off with a little bit of Colorado honey and a little bit of creme. So a nice fun dish to kind of start it off. Just a beautiful, beautiful dish that we've really loved serving in the restaurant. It's become one of our favorites. I've shared this dish from New York to Japan, and it always gets people when I travel with green chilies. They're like, "What is this?" So it's really special for us to have these ingredients here.
Look at the plating. You have some firepower here with you tonight. Anybody ever heard of Biker Jim Pittenger? Look at that. Biker Jim.
He's cooked at the Beard House.
Yes. That's Biker Jim here with us, and they're plating. Aaron Landy from Eridu. If this isn't a chef you don't know yet, you need to look into Aaron Landy. These guys here, tell us about this chef right here, brother. Anybody else here?
Right here, Chef Nick?
Yeah.
Nick's been with me for, 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. It's been a while. Nick is our general manager of Lucky Dumpling, but he's also a phenomenal chef. When I moved to San Antonio, I got on the phone and I said, Nick, I need you to move from Colorado to San Antonio. And he got in a car and drove down. And then I left him there for a year because I came back to Colorado and he was really upset with me. But now he's back with us, which is really special, but phenomenal chef. So excited to have him here tonight.
Tonight's about fun. I'd tell you to buckle up, but I'm going to tell you to unbuckle. Unbuckle that belt right now. You're going to get eating and drinking, having a good time. You're going to hear from a lot of people. We're going to turn the music up, bring it out. Thank you, Pizza Republica. These guys, look at, they're ready to go, locked and loaded. Pizza Republica, thank you so much. And we're going to have fun. Summer Dinner Series number 5 continues right now. Thanks for coming. Let's hear it for you guys.
Hey. What's going on, everybody? This is Brother Luck from Lucky Dumpling, 4 by Brother Luck in Colorado Springs, and I am rocking with the Modern Eater. You're watching them, you're tasting them, you're knowing everything there is to know about Colorado.
Hi, Charlie from Brews Beers here. Our new Belgian Abbey 4-pack is a mixed package of the 4 core beers made in Abbey and Trappist breweries in Belgium. So we have a single, a double, a triple, and a quadruple in one package. Now, quadruples are the emperors of Belgian monastery ales. They're dark in color, with a dense tan head and alcohol ranging from 8 to 12%, so they're pretty strong. Quadruples are very rich and complex with big maltiness, spice, and flavors of raisins, cherries, and plums. Alcohol is apparent in the mouthfeel, but not overwhelming, even at 10.5% ABV. So the finish is long, complex, and dry, and they're great beers anytime, by themselves or with hearty foods. Pick up your Abbey 4-pack at either Brews location, 67th and Pecos, or at Colfax in York, and at fine liquor stores throughout the Denver metro area. Take home some Belgian-style badassery today.
Hi. This is for the outtake version.
What's up, Denver?
I am Chef Natasha Hess, and this is Chef Carrie Baird, and we are at the Ginger Pig.
Check us out, gingerpig.com. You can also see us on the moderneater.com. Thanks, everybody. It's cornstarch.
I know. It's cool.
Right, you guys, back to the show in just a second. I'm here in Colorado Springs with Chef Noah Siebenaler, and we're here to tell you about bread, and specifically Aspen Baking. Aspen Baking Company has been baking the best bread in Colorado since 1994. Chef, I know you use Aspen Baking Company here. What do you use here? Why do you like it?
So I use their sourdough, their French Parisian, They're burger rolls, marble rye, and slider rolls. I was introduced about 3.5 years ago, and I haven't found a better bread in Colorado since. So we use it exclusively for everything.
I'm telling you what, you guys, don't take my word for it. Take Chef Noah's. They're making quality product. They don't put in the fake colors. They don't put in the chemicals. They don't freeze it. They don't do that stuff. They just bake fresh bread. AspenBaking.com is where you go to get that bread. And now, back to the show.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Here it is, Chef Brother Luck's dinner and summer dinner series. We're going to sample some of this food. We've got our cameras out there. Music's up.
Yep, the music is up.
Don't you have to put on your stream something like, I don't own the rights to this music or something like that?
I don't hear any music.
You don't hear any music?
What music?
What music? This first course, and it's interesting because bow and arrow is the first course. That's apropos for your style of dinner. See if we can't get Jay over here. I want to talk to him about the audience that's coming through.
Dave is on it right now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Brother,
Yo.
downtown Denver.
Yeah, this is special.
Here we are, man. The sold-out crowd, right? You'd expect
Absolutely.
none less.
I love coming down to Denver.
You know, as a guy, I mean, you've been in this business for a while, right?
Too long.
I don't know if it's too long.
I'm pushing, I don't know, 23, 24 years.
Yeah. You didn't always sell out dinners, did you?
No. At all. I've had a lot of dinners in my career where there was no one. I mean, it was like 12 people. And I was like, oh, my God, we are so busy tonight.
So you were happy just with any guest, right?
I love serving. I feel like, you know, that's the true meaning of being hospitable is the art of servitude. And being a chef, being a restaurateur, being in the hospitality industry, that's what it's about, is serving.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can't take any one guest for granted. And any more these days, especially one thing we learned after COVID, thank you. One thing we learned after COVID is you better get to know your guests again.
Absolutely.
Every damn single one.
One of the things that I've enjoyed the most, very little about COVID, has been the reconnection I've gained with my restaurants and my team and my guests.
Yeah.
I mean, I had someone in there. I was in there Saturday, and there was this lady who was in town. She was working in Colorado Springs, and she was staying at the Broadmoor. And she said, you know, we came here because I'm a big fan. I love watching your Instagram, and your stories are so powerful. And I wanted to eat at the restaurant, and your staff spoke so highly of you. I wanted to come back. So she came back a second time for the 5-day stay that she had in Colorado Springs, and it was Saturday night, and I'm there. You know, I'm carrying trays, and I'm running food out, and she was like, I'm literally blown away right now that you're not only in the restaurant, but you're bussing tables and you're carrying things out. Like, that is the reconnection that I think a lot of chefs needed to just gain the fuel and the motivation to be able to survive this.
It's interesting. Touching tables means a whole new thing now. You said today.
We don't touch tables.
I know.
Yeah. We toss.
We toss the tables. and it's interesting, the model of what we do with the Modern Eater and the connectivity is it's interesting with these dinners, and we mic up, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're sitting, and it kind of connects the social distancing, right? Forget about that. Physical distancing, yes. Look at how well appointed this place is.
Yeah.
Spacious, outdoor. We're showing the world how to do this dining right. But to tie everybody together, that's going to be an interesting proposition for restaurateurs to go down and go, how do we keep our restaurant connected to where people are having an experience and still touching the tables without being intrusive, right?
Yeah.
Brother said it, though, because the reality to me is know your customers and take this time that we have an opportunity to learn who your customers are and then find ways to really engage, right, brother?
Absolutely. I feel like I was on a James Beard call, and it's one of the things I love about James Beard Foundation is we have a monthly call with the Southwest Mountain region where we all jump on the call, and you've got all the chefs that have been nominated, the chefs that have won, and we're all on this call, and we're talking about, you know, what's happening today, like what's the state of the union.
What an interesting call.
And one of the discussions that I brought up in our last Zoom call was, you know, I really feel like utilizing social media to tell your story, be real, be vulnerable, be honest, and let your guest, your clientele, allow them to connect with you. because they're going to feel it,
That's a new
right?
table touch.
And that's a table touch, and we're utilizing social media to do that because we're being real, right? I'm fighting every day. I'm scared every day.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to make it tomorrow. I want to pay my staff. I'm doing whatever I can to make it happen. Thank you so much for coming out.
Why does that emotion make food tastier? Why?
Yeah.
It
I mean,
does.
that's what's special about tonight.
Yeah.
Is the connection.
I agree.
You have brought so many amazing
Look at
people to the table, literally.
Well, you have, but and thank you. I mean, truly, these are people that want to see Brother Luck.
But and though you guys, they want to hear the story of the food.
The story.
Because
the
story of the food.
I'm
they
just a
wanna
piece
hear.
of the
All
story.
right, go ahead. Lay it on us then. Here it is.
Yeah, so
First course.
Bow and Arrow Farms makes amazing corn. This is their blue corn. We use this to make a cornbread. So this originally was supposed to be my grandmother's cornbread. And when she came to town, she said, baby, it's not my cornbread because we changed it way too much. But I love this dish because I think it truly represents what Colorado cuisine is about, right? Berries in season that are cooked down with a little bit of agave, the green chili from Pueblo, the blue corn infused to make the corn bread, and then you have the Colorado honey that's drizzled right on top. It's such a special story that represents our region and our state so well.
That just sounded like food porn, man. The way you just described that.
He said, you better be able to talk tonight. So
And
I'm bringing my A game intentionally.
It's interesting. You can end a dinner. This is like a delicious dessert
almost, but
to
it's
me.
savory. I mean, this is like the
Could
savory
you not
with
throw
the
a
green
piece of
chili.
ice cream on that?
A what?
Ice cream on that? Could you?
You could,
I mean,
yeah. Human ice cream.
Yes.
Let's go.
This is a
It's like
delicious
an Iron Chef
dish.
episode.
This is a delicious dish. You're not eating tonight.
I've cooked this. One of my favorite memories was cooking this dish in New York, in Manhattan, and I'm cooking next to Marcus Samuelson and Daniel Boulud and Daniel Hum from 11 Madison Park. Cooking next to all these great chefs, and I'm cooking this dish. And the people, 900 guests in this ballroom, and they were walking up going, "Where's your restaurant? You mean you're not here in New York?" And I was like, "No, I flew out from Colorado to be a feature tonight." And they were like, "You need to move to Manhattan." I'm like, "Nope.
No, yeah.
You got to come to Colorado because this is what we're about." They don't get to try green chilies like this outside of this region, right? Unless you're from New Mexico or you're from Colorado, maybe Arizona, Utah, you don't get to experience green chilies like this.
Well,
It kills me because I go into those East Coast restaurants and they think like Hatch in a can.
Yeah.
Is
yeah,
good
they have no
green
idea.
chili.
They
I'm
have no
like,
idea.
you don't even
but
know.
it's like us making crab cakes and then going to Maryland. They're like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put bread
well-
in it. No, you better go somewhere with that.
Well, it's interesting. We were on a call with the. I know you got to jump. We were on the call with the Pueblo Chamber of Commerce, right? And they're talking about their upcoming chili festival. Everything's changing. And we said, well, hey, listen, we're doing this summer dinner series. So on. We're thinking about doing a fall harvest dinner. They felt like you have to
Include
feature.
us.
Yeah. And I said, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
I mean, how
absolutely.
couldn't we? I mean, that's a part of
I
what
feel like we
do.
need to just go to Pueblo and just try all the green chilies.
Brother.
Well, there's a doctor down there who has created his own green chili. There's a Colorado green chili that was made by, his name all of a sudden jumped me, but out of Pueblo.
How's that,
the
honey?
doctor out
Man.
of Pueblo.
You brought me the ingredients. This
That's
is
a dish, man.
We just, our job is to not screw up what they did. That's my job as a chef.
Well, what's really impressive, here we are in, 85 degree, 90 degree weather outdoor. As a chef, you're probably terrified. Like, no? You can surf it?
No, I mean, it's I'm not terrified. It's just there's a lot more variables that I can't control.
Okay.
So it's like,
What are we looking
how
for?
hot's the grill
Okay,
today?
Tell me what's
Where's the
on your
power?
mind for tonight.
I mean,
We've got 4
we're-
more courses to execute.
We got 4 more courses, but the beauty is, someone like Nick, who's working with us tonight, him and I work so many properties together. He understands large volume production. He understands how to execute. So it's like we're able to stage things to be able to so now we're going to have fun, right? Because who does these dinners and then
It's
kills
emotion.
themselves, and then you can't come out and talk to people, and then you're bored. Everyone's waiting for the food, and, you're back there stressing. Like, that's not fun.
No.
We have a schedule, all right? You want to
Yeah.
see what's coming
And
up?
you know who's coming up? I know. I wrote it. It's Cerberus, Carrie from
Okay.
Cerberus.
yeah.
the
Yes.
beer. So we'll introduce this next course.
Absolutely.
Then we'll talk to Cerberus up here, and then
Okay.
we'll bring it back here, taste the beer.
Perfect.
You can taste the beer, right?
Yeah,
It'll be a lot
I
later.
would definitely. I love bringing all of my comrades from Colorado Springs up here.
Well, I do think that he introduced us to 291. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
had to
To
have.
Philip.
Yeah, that's my people. Philip knows, man. Him and Michael, we've had some stories.
Each time, you're bringing and introducing new folks to us.
Absolutely, because there's great stories that I've had with all of these people. I've known Carrie from Cerberus when she was one of the main editors of the independent newspaper.
Oh, it's gonna get good,
right? So I used to have relationships with her as far as like, please don't give me a bad review. You know what I mean? Let me know when he's coming.
Are we cool?
Yeah.
Well, you know who we did introduce us to is Rocky Mountain Organic.
Yeah, I know Blake.
Absolutely.
And
Blake and Nate and the whole family.
We have tied in so well with those guys because everything they're doing is all about hyper-local, and
they get it. Yeah, they totally. Their pigs eat gold.
I know.
We have to thank the opening toast with Sauvage Spectrum, the only Colorado sparkling that's out there. It probably will change.
Is he
at some
hiding
point.
out? I thought we were going to get him on
I think he's
there.
hiding somewhere too. But Mo from Mosaic, do you know Mo? I mean,
I have not.
You
No,
haven't met
I'm
him?
We're going to
so
connect him
excited.
because he likes
we
your
talked
chicken.
about that today.
So that will
Tastes
be
like
the
real
chicken
chicken.
course.
Yeah.
That's the third course, right? Chicken
Second.
course. Second
Coming up
course?
next.
We're
Okay,
coming up
coming up
next.
next. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to come up. We're going to introduce this next course. These guys are locked and loaded, right?
We're trained
I know.
professionals.
I know.
You gave me biker Jim.
I know. That's
like that.
That's good stuff. How do you get biker
That's a
Jim
ringer.
any given day?
And he didn't bring no hot dogs. I'm so sad.
Biker
I was
Jim
like, we don't want to
says
eat this
that's-
fancy food. We want hot dogs.
I know.
Where's the cart?
All right,
You know his reindeer dog, best-selling dog. It was crazy.
So good.
We're going to get at these guys. Sold out dinner.
All right.
Chef Brother Luck.
Yeah.
This is Rome's from Rome sausage. When's that queso dish?
That's coming up next.
That's coming up
I
next,
turned
too?
that into this crazy. Man, you know, I'm not going to give it away.
Oh, you're not
I'm
giving
gonna
it away?
slow it down.
Okay.
We're going to reel it back. We're gonna drop it into reverse slow motion.
Yeah, what song is that? You know, Brian?
I don't.
That's Missy Elliott.
That's Missy Elliott. And he did his own remix of that.
You're yet.
This is tonight. This is Chef Brother Luck. This is how we do it in Denver,
Yes,
Colorado.
yes.
All right, keep it cool. We're going to introduce the second course right here. The Modern Eater Show continues.
Hey guys, Alex Armitage over at Sam's number 3 Glendale. You want a Bloody Mary? You want a cheeseburger? You want a breakfast burrito? Greek salad? Bacon gyro meat? Chicken souvlaki? Barbecue ranch salad? We got you covered. Come down and see us. One more time. Try it again. Hey guys, Alex Armitage over here at Sam's number 3 Glendale. Now get your ass to themoderneater.com. Thank you so much.
Modern Eater, we love you guys. This is Amber with Northern Colorado Potatoes, reminding everyone that potatoes grown here are truly rooted in love and rooted in a long history of being grown in this area. Early 1900s reports show that this was either the largest or one of the largest potato producing areas in the nation. Other states have had some amazing branding, but don't forget we have all your favorite varieties and more you love to cook and eat, including russet. Support local potatoes, you won't be disappointed.
Hey guys, it's Caroline Glover. I'm the chef owner of Annette out at Stanley Marketplace. Citrus is about to be in its prime, and you're watching the Modern Eater Show. I'm fine with that.
Hello, hello, hello. How was the first course, ladies and gentlemen?
Ooh.
Right? Brother Luck, what do you think of that? It's nice to have feedback. Yeah.
My mic's not working, is it?
Yeah,
I guess
it
it is working.
There we go.
Second course coming right up on us. And first of all, we have to thank for the opening toast out of Palisade, Colorado, Sauvage Spectrum provided you with that opening toast. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to talk to Cerberus Brewing Company here in just a moment. But Brother Luck is going to tell us about this next dish, brother.
Yeah, so we are doing Achiote Chicken, working with Mo's Chicken, which I'm so excited. I haven't met Mo yet.
Well, you're about to. Mo, come on up here, Morgan, could you?
Because I love good chicken. And this is the one I served this chicken. I got 12 birds in, and I did a private chef's table on Saturday night. And I actually took the legs and thighs and served it to the chef's table. And the one comment that I immediately said when I served it with the kitchen crew is I said, this tastes like real chicken. Like, there's a texture here that is beautiful that's missing from, processed big monstrosity Pam Anderson chickens that we get to see in the markets. These chickens taste delicious. So what we did is we did achiote. Achiote is a natto seed. It's ground into a paste. It's got this beautiful orange color. You would see, yes, no, it's on the chicken. It's heating up right now. So the natto seed, the achiote, was originally what was used to distinguish cheese west of the Mississippi. So they would color it orange. This is why your cheddar is orange. That was how they distinguished anything west of the Mississippi. So they would hit it with a natto seed. You would also see it in colors, dyes, war paint. So this is another beautiful trait of that seed. We've actually blended it into a paste with cumin, coriander, garlic. We get this really nice orange color. We blend that into the chicken, and then we sous vide it. We let it just slowly cook, nice and soft. We roast it off after hitting the grill to get a little bit of texture on there. We're going to serve this with a pan de queso. Pan de queso, this is a Colombian bread. It's a gluten-free bread. It's used tapioca flour with a little bit of queso fresco blended into it. We also have a salsa of some hazeldell mushrooms that have been pan-seared, roasted off with some Rome's chorizo. So we caramelized the Mexican chorizo, got all the fat out, threw the mushrooms in there, hit it with some sherry vinegar, made this really nice salsa, and then threw some cherries and some cilantro from my garden just to kind of bridge it all together. So a fun course. There's also a little bit of goat cheese on there. I believe this is Haystack Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yes, beautiful. So yeah, just a fun play on a slider was kind of my thought process on it.
Awesome. I can't wait. And the local providers that we have, can I introduce you to a couple of people,
yes,
brother?
Yes, please.
This is Morgan Hamilton from Mo Eggs in Colorado Springs, Black Forest.
I'm excited about this. This is going to continue.
I want you to talk to these guys for just a minute here,
yes.
And then also I want to introduce to you from Rome Sausage. This is Chris Johnson right
here.
Yes,
sir.
I'm going to give you this microphone, Chris.
Well, this is awkward.
It is?
Yeah, I get no. Yeah, segue was great. No, it's a truly an honor for us to.
Hey, everybody, Rome Sausage. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So it was truly an honor to have Chef and his team work with our product, and we're excited to see the outcome, and it's a very humbling thing for us. So.
Absolutely, it's good to have sausage on the menu, brother.
Hey, when I was like, he's like, I think it would work on your dish really well, and I was like, I'm making this into a vinaigrette. So the spice, the vinegar that's in there, the heat, the oil that rendered out, beautiful. It was delicious.
Very good.
And to have the chicken as well.
Oh, it was good.
That's very exciting for me. I've never thought that anything I grew would get this far, kind of thing, you know. Like, I've done tons of farmers markets, grew up in the Midwest, and we made money other ways. It was always went towards feed, right? Everything always go towards feed with the animals, but this is really cool. And we're out of the Springs, and our thing is mostly eggs. Chickens are a summertime thing, obviously. I don't want to have to heat them all year because that's very spendy, and as a farmer, this is very lucrative for us to be doing this at this time.
Okay.
But we make it work because we're passionate about it.
I love it.
And we want to make sure everybody knows where their food comes from. If they're buying local, they need to know that they can come and know exactly what goes into that. So I appreciate you guys all enjoying what's going into everything that's here tonight. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Morgan Hamilton, and growing those chickens for us, thank you very much. Growing the sausage isn't hard. That's pretty That's difficult, right? Growing sausage?
It is. As I say, it's a grind most days.
And I hear you're a grower, not a shower, right?
Well, I do a little bit of both. I mean,
a little bit. Hey, this is a family show. I don't know where I took that. I got to tell you, that was a better segue, wasn't it? Growing
it's a good
sausage?
segue.
Yes.
I like to prepay my FCC fines ahead of time. Just like, hey,
sausage jokes.
Coming in hot.
We love Chris Johnson. He's been a supporter of the Modern Eater Show for I don't even know how long. It's been a while. Community is everything to you. Local's everything to you. Rome Sausage, if it's not on your plate, it should be. People should romesausage.com. Love you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
You're a great guy.
Thank you.
Thank you for contributing to the dinner
Absolutely,
tonight.
you got it.
And look at this beautiful table over here. Thank you guys for showing up here tonight. We're going to continue on with this second course. It'll be extra good, right?
Let's do it.
All right. What else we want to do? Cerberus Brewing Company?
Yes, we're going to bring Cerberus up.
All right. Bring them
Gary.
on up, Jay. Thanks again. This is Summer Dinner Series Week 5. No, you're not going anywhere.
I'm hanging out.
Hang out. Chris, have you been out to dinner much lately?
Of course.
Good, sir.
You have?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, where's a good dish that you've had lately?
The cornbread I just had is off the charts.
Is off the
Yeah.
charts. All right. You like beer? Do you drink beer?
I mean,
a little bit. Cerberus Brewing Company's here with us tonight. Out of Colorado Springs. Carrie, welcome.
Thank you. We're super glad to be here.
Good to see you. What would you ask her about her brewing company, Chris?
What's your go-to?
So we brought my go-to. The Elysium Hazy IPA is our flagship. We call it Big Kid Orange Juice at the brewery. It tastes like all the fruit comes from the hops, so it tastes a little bit like orange juice, a little bit like grapefruit juice. It's this beautiful pour. If you pour it next to a glass of orange juice, you may not be able to tell the difference. So we brought that tonight, and then we also brought a dry hopped Belgian pale ale. So we're really known for our hops down there at Cerberus Brewing. We're about to turn 4 years old in September. And we're just starting to be known for our kettle sours as well. So if you like kind of sweet sour beer that sometimes goes through a slush machine for a slush beer, we're starting to do that down there.
Cool.
And we will be canning probably as of late fall, early winter. So hopefully we'll be up here in some of the Denver liquor stores. And we are at a few of the tap houses up here right now on tap. So we're super excited to be here with Brother, with Axe in the Oak, with the awesome winery here. We're sitting with the table full of ladies in the industry over there having a really great time. So thanks for having us.
That is the table over there. Thank you, Carrie. How many people are drinking beer tonight? All right. How many people are drinking wine tonight from Cardboard? Look at that. How many people spirits tonight? A little bit of mix there. Who's just drinking water?
Everybody clap your hands.
Again, thank you guys for joining us. Here's the second course. We're going to turn up the music. You guys sit back, relax. We'll check back in for the third course. Thanks for being here. Thanks again, Chris.
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm Amber with Strohauer Farms, and I'm just here to remind you that the best potatoes are grown here in Colorado. Goodness elevated. Thanks for watching the Modern Eater Show.
Hey, Zach Ryder here, Colorado Mills Sunflower Products out of Lamar, Colorado. Your only local source, grown from a local crop to produce a local oil for local chefs. You can find it at Shamrock Foods, What Chefs Want, Seattle Fish Company. Let me try it one more time, then we'll see. Hey, restaurants, we're glad you're reopening. From Colorado Mills Sunflower Oil, we'll see you soon.
First, we partner with the best farmers in the world, and then we tell them, we will take it all. Process whole spices daily, blend custom spices to order, keep it fresh, safe, and flavorful, all so that you can get back to doing what you do best. So whether you're a restaurant, a food manufacturer, or an at-home cook, be sure to visit The Spice Guy at www.thespiceguyco.com.
Hey Modern Eater fans, I'm Don Trobo with the Annex by Ardent Mills, and I just wanted to give you a heads up about some of the great things we've got going on locally in the state. We're headquartered right here, and we're working with farmers in the San Luis Valley to bring you amazing Colorado quinoa. It's just like the South American stuff, but grown locally. We've got transitional wheat flour that's grown by farmers in Colorado and surrounding states who are in the process of turning their fields into organic. So we're taking that transitional wheat and turning it into flour, and now it's available for you to cook and bake with. And last but not least, we're now cleaning grain berries in Denver. So things like spelt or wheat berries or pearl barley, those are things that we're now doing right here locally and are available to you. Can't wait to share it with you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Nations from Aspen Baking Company. It's really important right now to support local. That's why I support the Modern Eater. Now, back to the show.
Can tell everybody.
Yes, there we
indeed.
go. All right, just checking in. The second course looks delicious, Brian. The chicken, the sausage vinaigrette. I haven't heard of a sausage vinaigrette. Where's brother?
Did you hear what he did? How he made it?
No.
I was listening. He cooked this. He cooked the sausage down, took all the fat off of it.
Let's get Chris Johnson. Can you grab Chris Johnson? Chris Johnson?
Could you grab Chris and see if Chris will come over? Thanks.
Cool.
Oh, look at that.
I want to talk to Chris and ask him about this and how you cook down sausage to make a vinaigrette. Are you clear on how to do it?
I'm not. I mean, I think I could take a stab at it, but I'd like to hear what Chris has to say.
I want to ask the chef. Throw a headset on, Chris. Chris Johnson from Road Sausage joining us right now. He's putting a headset on. Put it around the other way so you get, there you go. Well, it's real interesting. Hey, Chris.
Hey, buddy.
What'd you think of that dish?
Off the charts. I mean, it's great to see a collection of local stuff assembled in such a fine way. You know, we all know there's great stuff being produced in Colorado, but it's nice to see those things assembled by a really talented chef and his staff and to please the palate.
How do you make a vinaigrette out of sausage? I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, I think, the chorizo in that mushroom, I don't know if you call it like a tapenade or whatnot, but, use that sparingly, and that's nice because the heat on that chorizo would overpower the dish. So I think the balance is one of the things that he's doing well with not putting too much on there.
Well, that's delicious. Mm-hmm. That was the first thing that came to his mind was I need that spice from the chorizo. But I'm thinking, how do you make a vinaigrette out of it? And I was going to see brother. I don't know where he's at right now.
Hey, let me ask you, every show you do, you've got your little voodoo doll over there.
Uh-huh.
San Pasquale.
Uh-huh.
Patron saint of
the kitchen.
The
kitchen.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm just making stuff up, but okay.
No, it's absolutely who it is. San Pasquale was a monk who cooked. He cooked for the monks. So he was the patron chef for the monks.
Okay.
Spaniard, San Pasquale.
I think that needs to be a hashtag moving forward on the dinners. San Pasquale.
San Pasquale. He keeps us safe.
Right That's it.
Right there.
Do we have another headset? Jimbo, come on in. Keep that headset on. Jim, come over here. Chris, scoot over a little bit.
Where'd you move his apron? I was protecting that vest.
I moved his apron over there.
Oh, my gosh. Don't get me in trouble.
How do you make a vinaigrette out of sausage?
How do you make a vinaigrette?
Yeah, I don't understand what brother did with the Rome sausage.
Well, what he did was he rendered the sausage, took the fat from that chorizo, and used that to make a vinaigrette.
Interesting.
And also...
this dish is off the hook.
Which?
This dish is delicious.
The mushrooms and, that was pretty awesome. So that's a whole case of oyster and shiitake mushrooms, rough cut, rendered in that fat, and then sherry vinegar, some cilantro that he got out of his garden, which was amazing, a little salt. You got a meal there. A little butter, a little salt, you got a meal right there.
Yeah, you have a little experience with dogs and sausage.
All right, I'm eating that piece there. Sorry. Well, I did kind of get called in on, can you be here now? I was like, sure.
You are a rock star,
I'm
Jim.
hungry.
You are a rock star.
Are you eating?
Like the new stash.
Liking
You're
it?
growing that out a little bit. I like it. Well, you're growing it out, but you're trimming it up.
It's pretty epic. Well, yeah. I trimmed up the part that, makes it look like it grows out of your nose. There you go, baby.
This dish is really good.
Chris, who'd you bring here tonight?
My wife, the second wife, the last one.
By the way, it looks like
recovery
there's something coming up there.
Well,
Yeah, we got a little one coming here in November, so another heir to the sausage throne, so to speak, another little rascal. So
we have to have a private conversation about that. That's a good thing, man. Adding another.
it's a great thing, man. It's a miracle, obviously, and it's another life, man. You know, it's
Is
cool.
this just because of your age? It's a miracle. Is that?
Yeah. Well, you see,
Yeah, I know.
You've seen how hot she is. It's a miracle that she's wanting to carry my child, man.
She is a very supportive.
Yeah, I produce a
woman.
puff of smoke anymore. You know, it's just like some spores or something. The demon child that I would produce.
That's it.
Nobody would want to see.
Oh my God.
The demon seed is strong.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you what. This is my favorite time of night. I am.
It's cooling off a little bit.
I hope so.
Yeah. And Patricia's doing good. It's good to see her out
She
and about.
is, yeah. Where is she now? She freaks
you
me
know-
out
you know
anytime
where-
she's
you know
up
where
and
she
about.
is.
Oh, she's over there.
Oh,
Not-
she really?
not obeying
She's
any
working the
rules.
room,
You
man.
can't
She's
do
working
that,
the room.
Patricia.
She works it harder than you do,
You
Greg.
can't work the
She's
room.
working the room,
It's
man.
just not allowed.
I know.
There is the lovely
There's the
Mrs.
current
Johnson.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
I mean, I'd help these guys, but
She's
it
a
looks
great
like
They've got it all together.
well, I don't know. I'm gonna eat one of these.
I know. Doesn't that look like a big scoop of ice cream on this right there? Did you know those are gluten-free, Jim?
I did know these were gluten free,
Isn't that
made
awesome?
with tapioca flour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really interesting, cool dish, man. I like it a lot.
Well, and they don't taste like sweet. You know, it doesn't taste like a rice bread. It tastes good.
Yeah, you hear tapioca
Well,
flour, you're like, it's
yeah.
going to be kind of
Pudding.
Yeah.
Have you
It's
gone
like-
over
it's
this
not
menu?
lacking. It's not lacking in queso either.
No.
Here comes the carboy wine. Jim? You don't know anything about that stuff
I
anymore.
know. Jim's like, I used to not drink, but apparently,
Do you know
since I met you
do know
guys.
since I've quit drinking, they've come up with I think 80 new flavors of
I'll
schnapps and one new flavor of NyQuil.
Oh,
NyQuil Red. I have no idea what that stuff is. Holy crap, man!
Jim, that is very poetic coming from Biker Jim.
well, it used to be like we're going to have a Robitussin D kind of night, but no.
The Tussin.
I enjoyed that dish. We're going to come back. We're going to introduce the third. What's that? That was the second, right? We're going
Second
to do
dish,
third course. And the third course is what? McDonald Family Farm pork belly. All right.
Yeah, those bao buns looking good over there, man.
That
Not gonna
bao
lie.
looks amazing.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys. All right, we're
got
going
it.
to do this in third course coming right up. Stick around. The stream continues. Hey, you guys. Jay here with the Modern Eater Show. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about our YouTube and Instagram channels. A lot of killer content over there. Throw us a subscribe on YouTube. Throw us a follow on Instagram. And thank you for supporting TME. We couldn't do this without our amazing sponsors, so let's check them out right now.
Very proud to be part of the Modern Eater, and chefs, restaurant owners, any food service operators. You know, I know right now that delivery and carry out is bigger than ever, and we got you covered. Cambro has a full line of delivery and carry out items. More economical options are expanded polypropylene or EPP, nice insulated container. The ProCard Ultra is really versatile. It's a great unit because you can actually store cold products down here, hot products up here. It's all 120. There's no refrigeration worries. It's all thermodynamics. Just let us know what your food service challenges are, what it is we can do to help you out, and there isn't anything that we can't do for you. So hope to see you over here at our facility in Park Hill soon, and stay safe out there.
You know, everybody, with several $1 million of hard assets here, insurance is very, very important to us. Ewing Levitt covers it all. Machinery, building, workman's comp. Ewing Levitt's got us covered from the floor to the ceiling, from our alley even to the street. This divider, this press, my cooling conveyor, my oven. Ow, ow. Ewing Levitt covers our counter stacker and our employees too. If you need insurance, take it from Little Rich at Rockalita's. Call Ewing Levitt, they'll get you covered.
Hey, this is Keegan from D-Bar in Denver. You guys might find it difficult to stay in touch and stay up to date with the ever-changing culinary scene in Colorado. It's almost impossible. Just tune in to the Modern Eater. These guys have their fingers on the pulse of what's happening in all of the food and beverage in all of Colorado. They're behind us. They understand the idea of shopping local and shopping small. So support them, you support us.
Right now, let me tell you about Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. He's the man with the plan when it comes to tap installations and tap maintenance. Jeff Rourke is the most trusted man in the business. 20-plus years, family-owned and operated, does great work, and you might be knocking the rust off of your bar or restaurant and getting things tuned back up. He's the guy to call. If you're pouring inefficient beer, Jay, what are you doing?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Money. Don't do that. Foam is money. Get a hold of Jeff Rourke, A+ Beverage Solutions. Tell him what you need done. He'd be happy to come out and just take a look for you. Here's the phone number to give him a call, 720-272-3809. One more time, 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? Wait a minute. You're outside, you're eating delicious food. You have a star chef cooking for you, and that's all you have? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, there we go.
That's more like it, Brian, right?
Yes, that is more like it.
This is what this evening is all about. Thank you for being here. Chef Brother Luck, you out in the crowd?
Yeah, I'm just walking around and not doing anything. This is awesome.
Nothing at all, huh?
Doing everything, yeah.
It's called mise en place. We do it early. The magic of TV. It's all finished.
Oh, this is finished. This is as raw as it gets, bro.
No, the beauty is we have a phenomenal team, and the caliber of people that you've brought out to assist us tonight is absolutely amazing, and it makes it. We worked so hard for the last 2-3 days getting all this stuff staged and getting it transported up here, and to be able to execute it in such a well put together outdoor kitchen. That's unexpected because I've cooked in a lot of different scenarios. That's awesome.
Wait a minute. You don't wish the wind was whipping through here?
I've slept in snow and had to cook on camera. This is awesome. This is way better. So, shouts out to you guys for this.
All right, you're having fun?
I'm having a great time.
Okay, you're walking around and you're touching tables, right? What's the
I'm just saying hi.
You're just saying hi. All right, go around. Let's say hi to people.
Approachable. I think too many chefs do these dinners and then they hide in the kitchen and they don't come out and be like, "Hey, I'm real. I actually exist. It's nice to meet everyone."
Hey, Chef. So that mic works and your stick mic works. I was hoping you were going to walk around and say hello to a few people and get some reactions.
All right, let's walk around. I'm gonna come over here to the crew. Where I've got some history with some of these people, which is pretty amazing. Let's start with Lauren. Lauren, how are you today?
I'm so good. Couldn't be any better, Chef.
Yeah? So Lauren
remember, you don't need to go up to that microphone. You can just hand that to them and you're still talking, brother.
He put me on blast. You guys saw that?
No.
Put me on blast.
Just making life easy for you, brother.
All right, so we're so excited tonight. Accent Oak. We love supporting Colorado Springs. And I was like, they were like, who do you want to come up? So that was one of my choices. So I'm so excited to be able to talk about, or let you talk about, something amazing.
Yeah. Should I just talk about it from here?
I say do it.
Jay?
You got the mic.
Yeah? Okay. Well, we're super excited to be here. My name's Lauren. I'm the marketing director of Accent Oak Distillery. So we are a whiskey distillery based out of Colorado Springs. Started in 2013, but have grown really fast since then. So we're definitely excited to be here. Tonight, everyone is drinking some blueberry moonshine lemonade spritzers and then a tobacco old fashioned. So these are two of our signature cocktails. I hope that you're enjoying them. They're just a really great way to kind of feature our products. We have a bourbon whiskey, a rye whiskey, and then of course the moonshine. So hope everyone's liking them.
That was perfect. You're a professional. She's a professional.
Nice. Have you tried the old fashioned, brother?
I have not had any cocktails yet. I had one shot of tequila with you because after you're responsible, I'm driving back down to the Springs tonight.
Well, plus Tina's probably watching the stream right
Tina
now.
is probably watching the stream right now, so I am not going to put myself on blast because I am being responsible.
Yes, he is. He's drinking lots of water.
Lots of water.
And actually, last year, brother, wellness is very important to you, brother. Last year, it was a dry week for you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Last year, during the summer dinner series.
Last year, during the summer dinner series, we were hosting what was called Sober Week. at our establishment. So we were actually promoting not drinking, healthy living, healthy lifestyles to a lot of our staff members. So I had personally chose not to drink all week. And then we hosted a variety of things to do in the mornings with our team members. Because in the restaurant industry, we all stay out late, and then it's very easy to end up at a bar. And then, you get caught in this constant cycle. So we had hiking in the mountains. We had therapy sessions with counselors. We had we went down to one of the shelters and actually served for a morning to help cook. We did so many different things. We even did a CrossFit session, which was miserable. Not a good idea. We will never do that again. But I didn't drink last week, so I did get to have a cocktail with you earlier. A nice shot of tequila.
I'm glad it was only a week. Just 1 week.
One of the things that I would like to introduce people to is how Brother Luck is an incredible servant leader with his team and the example that he is really, for the whole food industry. This man sets the bar super high, and then he walks the walk. The way he communicates with his people. What is that? Why do you do that, brother?
Because I'm in charge. No, I think there comes a point to where when you take on the responsibility of being the owner and building the culture and defining what your business is, and it has to be a representation of the top tier. And I was very fortunate to work with great corporations throughout my career, great restaurant groups. And when I finally had the opportunity to do it myself, I wanted to build it. And I went through phases, and it was constant learning. But I think being vulnerable, being honest, constantly sharing with our team members about my struggles, my journey, like how I'm learning this and learning it together has actually been something that's actually given us great trajectory. But I love what I do. I love being around people and
You've launched careers too. The chef coming out of your kitchen went right next door and built a ramen place.
No, there's so many phenomenal chefs that have graced our kitchen. There's phenomenal servers, bartenders that have all been a part of our career at some point.
To see people go on with their careers. Am I wrong or am I right that Lauren from Axe and Oak worked with you at one point?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, she was with us at our original location, Street Eats, and when we transferred over to 4, and then I was recruited to go film Top Chef for 2 months and leave my restaurant to the gods, which is Tina, by the way. And they did phenomenal with it. But yeah, we've had a lot of great experiences. And if there's anything I've learned in my career, one of my mentors, Marcus Samuelson, really reinforced the importance of restaurants mean to restore. It's about restoring the community. What kind of impact are you as a restaurant within your community? So I've always taken that to heart. And, whether we're working with nonprofits, we're working with individuals in their personal situations, or we're just trying to inspire or making a memorable experience, I think it all comes down to restoration. What are you doing for your community? What are you doing for your people?
Which is amazing through a time like this, the servitude that the service industry does. I am astonished of how you just pour it out there on a daily basis, the emotion, what you do, your social media. Who's been down to 4 by Brother Luck or Lucky Dumpling? Who's been down there? We need more. Who intends to go after tonight? Yes, that's what it's all about. Nice. Get down there and see them. Brother, most of these people are done with their course right now, but you should probably describe it before
absolutely.
It's done.
So when we wrote this menu, I want to write a combination of both restaurants, 4 and Lucky Dumpling. 4 is really about redefining the Southwest, the 4 corners, the 4 seasons. But when we get into Lucky Dumpling for me is personal because I grew up in San Francisco. I grew up in the Bay Area. My parents spent a lot of time in Asia. So we were raised in that culture. We were raised in a lot of Japanese culture. And when I went to culinary school, I actually worked under a master Chinese chef who specialized in dim sum. And I asked him, teach me how to do this because I want to know. And then I had the opportunity to go study in Asia. And I got to travel through China and got to experience Japan. And I constantly had this emotion of if I wasn't here cooking traditional, what would I do with this food? So that's what Lucky Dumpling was for me. It was my story, my journey, my interpretation. And it's been really fun building this restaurant over the course of the last year. This dish is really fun. We made this bao dough nice and fresh, so you can still taste that yeast. It's still alive. It was just made this morning. We have some pork belly that was cured and then slow braised overnight, so it's extremely tender. You've got some shaved carrots on there, some mint, some cucumbers, some radishes, all this beautiful produce that was brought to us. And then we got some gorgeous Palisade peaches. I mean, this is the time where over there on the slope, the peaches are gorgeous. So we cooked that down into a really nice ketchup. One of the things we talk about in our kitchen is it's not just serving the ingredients while they're fresh, like here's a slice of a peach on a salad because it's summertime. It's about preservation. What would you do with this if you didn't have a refrigerator? This is how it should be served in December. So we're constantly thinking about that when we buy things like peaches. What can we do with them in December, January? Because it's about trying to survive. So thank you for all the gorgeous stuff.
Oh, my God. Thank you for the dinner tonight, Chef Brother Luck. Come
Absolutely.
on now. Look at
Enjoy.
Giving us every bit that we wanted tonight. Hey, Chef Brother, stop right there. You know your regulars mean everything to you, right?
Absolutely.
This is one of our regulars right there. This is Chuck. And Chuck and Teresa come every single week.
Love it.
I'd love to see what his input for this dinner is right now, if you don't mind handing him the microphone.
I'm giving him the mic.
Come on, Chuck.
Not just the dinner. You know, the whole series has been amazing, right? It just keeps getting better and better. Not only that, but we had the opportunity to actually go down to Ford last weekend. And we had an amazing experience.
Thank you.
We got there. We were, unfortunately, closed on Sundays.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry about that. Because I've been dying to try your dumplings over there. You did a great dumpling at the series last year.
Yep.
We really, really enjoyed your dumpling last year. But, you know, it was a great experience with your staff. Literally, we had the restaurant all to ourselves, unfortunately. But apparently, you guys were going to be super busy that night. So I was really happy to hear that. Had an amazing happy hour. Tried every single dish in your happy hour menu. And came home very, very satisfied. So thank you, Brother Luck.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What? That's fantastic. Thank you, Chuck. Chuck Teresa. Be Chuck and Teresa. Come to every single Summer Dinner Series and summerdinnerseries.com. We actually have a treat that we're going to do. We're going to go. Are we talking too much, you guys? Are we? Because you can tell us. You won't hurt our feelings. I mean, Brother Luck's here with us. We've got to actually talk to him as much as we can. But I understand, Brian, what do we have going on right now?
Yes, we have one of the local farmers is on Zoom, ready to get on these TVs that you see on the end of the stage. And it's a Petrocco family. So tonight you're getting the lettuce from the Petroccos, the radish from the Petroccos.
The tomatoes.
Tomatoes are actually Rocky Mountain Fresh, but there is more. I know there's so much more. Because Julie, as we know, we brought up a bunch of stuff to Brother. A little pickling cubes.
Brother, come over here, if you don't mind. This is actually pretty cool, and I hope that we can actually pull this off. This is what Summer Dinner Series is all about. If they can't join us, we're going to go see them, right, brother?
Yeah, we're on the internet now.
So Julie Petrocco from Petrocco Farms, they supplied us with all of our produce for this dinner. And we went out there and we sourced. And Brian, you talk a little bit about Petrocco Farms while we get Julie, and I hope we can hear her voice. Julie, can you hear us?
Beautiful. Julie. Hey,
Yes,
Julie.
I do.
You're in front of everyone, so you just go ahead and
Hi.
tell
Yeah,
us
come
all
on,
about
everybody,
Petrocco
let's...
Farms. Hey, Julie.
You don't get to eat dinner, but everybody else is enjoying it. Thank you for the produce.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear everyone's enjoying it. Thanks for having me on Zoom.
Oh my
Yes, Petrocco, Julie is the 4th generation. Her children are the 5th generation. They have been farming in Brighton for over 100 years now, right here in Colorado.
Do you know how hard it is to keep a family interested in farming for that many generations? That's extremely difficult, right, brother?
Yeah, it's hard work.
And then to carve out first of all, it's asked backwards. They call it conventional farming, and then they say organic farming, right? Organic should be conventional. Who would agree to that, right? Organic should be conventional. They've carved out a part of their properties to make sure that it's organic, and it's a tough thing because it's tough to come to market with that. Talk about your organic land, Julie, if you would.
You know, we it's so exciting for us because we farmed conventionally as a family for decades and decades, and we're certified organic now for the 3rd year. So we've actually been farming organically for six years, or I think 6 or 7 years. So it's brand new to us, and it's just doing so well. Things are just looking phenomenal. The market treats us great, and we couldn't be happier.
Well, and she and her brother are sort of the two black sheep of the family, because they went to the dark side and have been asking their father for years for just a little bit of organic land. And he gave them 40 acres. Yep. And if you only knew, this farm is so incredible. Julie, tell everyone, how far does your farm stretch in Colorado?
This is amazing.
We are located just north of Denver there in Brighton, and our land the acreage that we farm stretches all the way to north of Greeley. So we cover a span of about 45 miles along the Platte River, the South Platte River basin, along the west side of 85 roughly. So that's precisely why we also spread out our acreage, because we farm close to 3,500 conventional acres, and in the event that we get some bad weather, as we know in Colorado, any moment we're able to pull from a different area. So that's why we do that.
Brother, what do you think?
That's insane. I've had the opportunity to travel a lot of different farms, from the Netherlands to Hudson Valley to here in Colorado, and 45 miles is insane. That's a lot of property, which gives a whole new, and I want to encourage everybody, learn about the Farm Bill, because it really affects our farmers. There are so many things that happen that we have to support, because man, they work extremely hard, and there's so many behind the scenes details when it comes to what they struggle with.
She's fading to black. She must know that's the exit. That's the time. Yeah. That's cool stuff, isn't it, you guys? You got the farmer on the TV talking to you at the summer dinner series. That's how you connect with your food. Thank you, Julie Petracca. Let's hear it for Petracca Farms.
Yeah, thank you, Julie.
Super awesome. Oh man, that's it, right? That's why you keep coming back. You're not getting paid.
I love you.
It's interesting. Brother, you get paid, right? You're at that point in time in your career where you get paid.
I'm not getting that money.
Thank you for showing up tonight. We got another course that's here. What's coming up next, brother?
Yeah, so next we're stepping into this amazing beef short rib. So these short ribs came in and they were dropped off at the door by the farmer, which I love. It was so special. I was out there actually working on our grill. We were feeding our staff that night, and these short ribs showed up. And what we did is we just slow braised them in a really nice soy and garlic mixture. We have these beautiful tomatoes. I think the way I ordered these tomatoes was send me big ass beautiful tomatoes, and that's exactly what showed up. Was I literally ate them on Saturday night with nothing but olive oil. They were so good. And then we have some squash blossoms that were worked into a quick style kimchi with some bib lettuce. And then we grilled some of the squash, and then we used some of that braising liquid to actually to glaze the meat as well. So, really just trying to stick with a lot of the summer feel food. I think a lot of the food in the summertime should not be heavy. It should not be sauce overload. It should be very off the grill, very fresh and showcasing the produce. And that was one of the things that we really wanted to stick with is not do too much to these ingredients.
Yeah, so delivery in the back door, right? You're used to that all the time.
Yeah, I love that. I have so many farmers that just show up at our back door, and it's always like a special feeling, because I remember being a young cook and wishing for that. And now to actually have our restaurants have that connection is so special.
Okay, so here, I think it was last Friday. If this dude shows up at your back door, what are you thinking? Tomatoes? You're thinking...
I'm thinking meat.
You're thinking meat. You're thinking beef.
I'm thinking meat.
Here he is, Luke Larson, Centennial Cuts. Thank you for being here, Luke.
Oh, thank you, guys. It's really a treat to be here. What you've put together, foodies, the top chefs, and producers. It's a dream come true as a producer to be here with a chef like Brother Luck here, preparing what you work so hard to produce. It's a passion of ours, and we feel very fortunate to be here.
Oh, man, that's great. And a pleasure. Thanks for being here. Luke Larson, so here he comes. You said, I want some short ribs, right?
Yeah.
Luke sends me a photo in text. He goes, hey, will these work? I send it to you. You go, yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's do this.
how it happens.
You got a lot of good stuff, man, and you've been helping us out with the summer dinner series. Tonight you got the short ribs for us, Centennial Cuts. Do you mind talking 30 seconds telling us what you're all about?
You bet. We're in southeast Colorado, Colorado-born, raised, and harvested beef. We feature handcrafted beef sticks, summer sausage. Our beef that we are kind of our end game is our high-quality steaks. We go after a juicy beef, as my son calls it. So our cattle are finished on locally grown corn and distillers' byproducts. The high marbling is what we're after, and really flavorful, juicy beef. So I hope you enjoy.
There it is. What are we going to get down with?
No, it was, like I said, I was so blown away. Our job as chefs is to not screw up what the farmers do. Like, it's literally that simple. It's one of the things we preach in the kitchen constantly, but it's extremely important. And I think one of the things that the Modern Eater does really well is they take you straight to the farm. They do the work, and they broadcast it. But we do this with a lot of our staff. We take them to see a harvest of an animal. They have to understand, if they're going to cook this animal, that its life was taken, and someone raised it, and someone took its life, and it's a very special thing. It's an important thing to understand, and we even do that with our produce. I mean, these guys have been in my kitchen. We grow our own microgreens. We have herbs outside. We greenhouses outside. We grow a lot of this stuff because we want the cooks to know that it doesn't just show up in a box. It takes time, and then one hailstorm ruins everything. So, it's that connection that we're trying to train the next generation of cooks to respect, maintain the relationship between the farm and the food.
Let's make one thing clear. It'd be much easier for you to have one truck drop off your toilet paper and your beef and everything in between, your cleaning detergents. That would be easy for you to have one invoice at the end of the month. That's not your ethos. That's not your philosophy. Supporting local is a very important thing to you, brother.
Absolutely. I mean, there's not everyone's great at everything. There's one person that's great at one thing, and I think that's where the connection comes. Where
I'm
it's
still
like
trying to figure mine out, man.
You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
We can do it. This course is going to be delicious. We're going to talk to some more people. Everybody enjoying themselves. Look at it. How could you not? It's summertime in the Mile High City. The sun sets on the Rocky Mountains. It's my favorite time of night. It's my favorite time of year.
It's gorgeous
Did you
outside.
know that this is the day of the year that at 8 p.m. the sun will set after 8 p.m. and then after this it's before 8 p.m. and it gets darker and darker and darker and darker. This is the best. This is the best of the best.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for staying here with us. We're going to continue eating and drinking. Hopefully everything's okay. Everything okay? Put your hand. All right, good stuff. Thank you, Luke Larson, Centennial Cuts. We'll keep this going. Music up. And thank you to our production staff. They got the farmers on the TV. That's so cool. I hope you enjoyed it.
Big shout out, Jay.
That was good stuff.
Freaking work tonight. Wasn't that awesome? We got
Yeah.
the damn farmer and you could hear it.
That's great. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Brother, can I get you over here?
Yep.
Kill his mic over the house. Woo. This is not an easy production. Yes, yeah. Tonight I'm absolutely loving it. And honestly, as Brother Luck puts his headset on and streaming live, I hope people are enjoying this. It's taken us 5 weeks to actually get this good, brother.
Yeah.
You have no idea what the weeks were before
Why
this.
do you think I wait to the 5th week? I don't ever want the first week.
That's
I
a
know
good call. That's a good call.
I'm a professional. I am
Yes.
seasoned. I am not a rookie.
That's right.
I know better.
Midway through, I think we're catching a stride, and tonight's a lovely night. A little worried there when the wind's whipping through, but in hospitality, right, if something doesn't go left during hospitality, right?
And then go left.
And then go left. Look at this
Yeah,
young
we'll go
lady.
left.
Here she comes right now. I don't know how she's going to drink some of this delicious old-fashioned. Hey, Jay, can we have a couple of those old-fashions? Brother's only going to have a sip off of one, but I would love to taste this tobacco old-fashioned. Hello,
Yes.
Lauren.
Hi.
How are you? We're working right now. Are you enjoying?
I'm enjoying. It's
I know,
been
Lauren,
so good.
you have 2 drinks on this table, though, don't you?
Do what?
I don't have it.
Old fashioned.
For
We're going to try and get fresh.
Me personally, with Axe in the Oak. Yeah, we have. So this is the blueberry Moonshine lemonade spritzer.
Ooh.
So it's actually at the Whiskey House in the Springs.
Try that, Brian?
We're pretty well known for our infusion program. So this is actually a cardamom infused moonshine mixed with a blueberry simple syrup and then a little bit of soda water. So it's really basic, but super light, very refreshing.
Good for summer.
Delicious. And actually, I like the ice melting a little bit in that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was before, but the mint stands out.
Yeah,
as
totally.
Well. Good to meet you.
Good to meet
Driving
you.
up from Colorado Springs.
Yes, not too bad.
So you guys know each other? Tell me a story. You say one about brother.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
One about brother.
He's a consummate professional, though, right? I mean, you look at brother and you're just in awe every day how he conducts himself.
I try.
I don't know. I wish I had like an embarrassing story of you, but I don't really.
I'm always on my toes.
I know.
I try
Really?
to be.
Yeah.
I always feel like such a terrible human being next to brother.
You should.
know?
You should.
I do.
It would be fitting.
He's a fan. He's in love with his wife for many, many years.
Yeah, totally
He's very
faithful.
passionate about his kitchen and what he does for a living. He goes out and gets it every single day. People look up to him. People break off and do their own businesses with him. It's like, there's got to be something shady about you, man. Got to be.
Well, you
Tina,
met
forgive
me later in my life.
Right.
Is that what it is? The mature brother. How old are you, though?
I will be, I'll be 37 next week.
Kid.
I said 35. So
Yeah.
Biker Jim said 33.
Yeah, I'll be 37 next week.
You look like
it flies by.
You should be happy, brother.
I'm so happy. I
Keep
got good
that
genes.
vibrance.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it flies by. You know,
telling you.
I pride myself in the people that come through our establishments, and we get to be, even if a small bit of their career. I love watching the next phases, you know, and I think someone like Lauren, people like Mark Henry, there's so many great stories of individuals. I mean, even Ian and some of that team are getting ready to open up an establishment. Like, that is so powerful because it just speaks to.
I'm not trying to hold you.
It's okay.
Sorry
It's
about
okay.
that.
But it speaks to, like,
wanted
you
a tender
know,
moment.
you might have said something,
Yeah.
and they might not have heard it at that moment, but it might have resonated a year later,
Yeah.
or 2 years later, or it just made something click. And that's one of the things I always love watching is the success of the people, because that's what we base our success on, right?
Yeah.
I don't care how many awards we get or what, you know, recognition comes our way. It doesn't matter if it's not about the people underneath of us.
And you never know what you're going to impress upon somebody. You could give them
Yeah.
everything in the world, and it might be this one thing that you never would have thought
Absolutely.
stuck with
Yeah.
somebody, but then there it did.
Well, brother, it's about being a servant leader.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to bring out. And the thing is people like you, others want to be around you because you bring good energy and you're a good influence on others' business acumen and really,
I love Palisade.
just their overall, human being.
Yeah, no, I try. You know, a lot of my thought process is, you know, and early in my career, I was extremely cocky, and you know, I thought.
What were you cocky about? Your insecurity?
No,
a
just
lot
like
of people
my-
compensate.
I was
cockiness.
extremely competitive, and my way of asserting myself into a situation was always to try to outwork someone and outshine someone. And it made me, you know, resented by a lot of my team members. So I think later in my career, you know, I've really learned that the ego means nothing, and you have to learn how to drop that because there's always someone better than you, and there's always something else to learn. So what are you cocky about? There's nothing to be, you know.
And as much as you think you're good or work hard, or there's someone else that wants to
I
do it
screw up all
harder
the time.
and
Yeah.
smarter and better than you, right? And
Absolutely.
then so humility works into that
Absolutely,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Okay, tobacco old fashions. Lauren, so
Yeah.
Lauren, you're a new friend, right?
Yes.
And you can't go
New
anywhere. That this is it. It's cool that you introduce new people to us.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
And what stood out to where when we said, okay, who would you like to work with, that it was just, boom, right out of your head. Why?
Yeah.
What was it?
You know, I think when we talk about someone like Axe and Oak, like what from the ownership down to the people who are serving you to the people behind the scenes, they're all amazing people, and I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of them and have my own experiences. But I think, like, if one of us makes it, we should all make it. Bring everybody along. So when we get the opportunity to do an event like this and showcase, you know, my food, I want to showcase amazing cocktails that I know they put together. She talked about their infusion programs. They do phenomenal cocktails. They have a passion for, what goes into the glass. And I've watched it grow from, such a small company. When I started my business, I think is when they started theirs.
right at the same year.
It was right the same year. And I've watched them grow into this amazing program. And they've turned out a lot of great mixologists and a lot of great distillers. So, I thought that was something that was special to share with of Colorado Springs. That's the voice of Colorado Springs. It's not just me. There's so many other people like Cerberus that are doing great stuff. I always bring 291 because I have so much love for what they do. But there's and the list goes on and on. We've barely scratched the surface of Colorado
that's
Springs.
what keeps me next year. I always go, hey, brother, what's next year? Give him a commitment.
And Greg, though, is different than all the other chefs that we have had doing the summer dinner series, because one of the things, brother, that you've done, we have brought more people from your sort of hometown, per se.
Yeah.
You're one of the chefs that have come and said to us, hey, these are the people I want to bring along.
Absolutely.
Versus everyone's sort of been saying, oh, who do you guys have for us? Which farms do you want us to use? And you were very specific. So I give you kudos
and
for
so
that,
let's
brother.
throw it to Lauren. That it was for a reason, but that reason is very valid. So
Yeah, thank you.
Axe in the Oak, just talk about it, and
Yeah.
and then we're going to talk about this delicious. I've already
Yes.
had half of mine right now.
It is really delicious. So I want to start with something that you had previously said at the dinner
You
tonight,
smoking
brother.
weed right now?
I'm not.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Just about restaurants kind of fostering community, and I think that has really been true in Axe in the Oak too. We're very much fostered in the Colorado Springs community, helping build it up. So I feel very grateful to be at this dinner with you and Cerberus. But Axe in the Oak, we have pretty humble roots. Just 5 close friends, just kind of sipping on Maker's Mark over a fire, and they learned to love it, and they thought that they could maybe make something similar. So that's kind of how it all started. And then from there, it grew really fast. That started back in 2013. And since then, we've made our Whiskey House, which is our cocktail bar, which is best craft cocktail bar in the Springs.
Cheers
almost
to that.
4 years in a row. So we have this incredible team of mixologists, like Brother said. Many people that have overlapped with Four and Lucky and then Axe in the Oak. So we have this really great team, a lot of collaboration between businesses. And that's actually where the tobacco old fashioned came from. Back in 2016, we were basically infusing some tobacco leaves for about 10 seconds into our bourbon. And then we would just mix in some maple syrup, a little bit of water, and then call it good, and it was delicious. A couple years after, we found out that tobacco is not necessarily the healthiest ingredient to put into a cocktail, so now we make our own tobacco bitters, which is just kind of a blend of a bunch of different herbs.
So good.
Yeah. It's really good, really delicious.
Fantastic, because as an ex-smoker, you go, tobacco, man. What it's not, you don't taste the tobacco. You taste that kind of smokiness and that little bit of but it's a great accent to it. Hey, man,
Subtle.
8 months off the cigarettes.
Good job.
Thanks.
I'm so proud of you.
Man, it actually is a fairly large accomplishment. Hey, did you know there was a Dateline NBC when a guy tried to kill his wife with tobacco, and he put it in her bathtub water? Did you ever see that one? It was crazy. She didn't know why she was sick. Dateline NBC, man. She didn't know why she was sick all the time. She was nauseous all the time.
Yeah.
That was just an aside.
Tina, I am not putting any tobacco in your tub. I swear.
That's right. If you're sick every night and the doctors don't know why, it could be tobacco droppings in your tub or the bitters.
Yeah, what actually makes it so smoky is you can't see it out here, but inside.
Are they doing that in there?
Yeah, so we basically provide some pieces of a barrel, so it's already charred, and then they take just a torch, light the barrel on fire, and then capture all the smoke
Do they
that's
hate
in
you
it.
in there? Or
They do. No, they love
They're
me.
okay
I
with
hope.
it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's fine. But that's what it's all about, uplifting other brands.
Absolutely.
Showing the region.
I think one of the things that I fell in love with when I was in San Antonio was how they had a culinary campus come into the city and teach, right? It was a big campus, but they taught a lot of the locals that went to the school. They enrolled in the school. They did the programs. But what I noticed was all of those students, those graduates, they stayed and they started new businesses, and they became the new generation. And I really love that about my business. I love that about Axe and Oak, is we are festering the next talents that are opening, the next generation of restaurants, and what it means to dine, and what it means to enjoy, and to teach, and to understand your product, and that's why these are the types of people I invite to these dinners.
And industry is changing, as we know.
Absolutely.
As we speak.
Brother, could I change that one word? Because I don't think you're festering. I think you're cultivating.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I think you guys are like planting the seeds of the next generation.
We've got a strong community in Colorado Springs. I mean, you know, it has its own perception, especially when you're in a city like Denver, where it's like, oh, Colorado Springs, you guys are cute. There's I can't even begin to talk about what type of special forces we are down there. I mean, it is a tight group that executes solid on so many different levels, and it's unexpected. You're like, where'd these guys come from? You know, but it's once you scratch that surface and you end up in this historic elementary school and you're drinking a cocktail and you're like, I'm in an elementary school, like the urinals are this big, and you know, you're getting this amazing experience, but then you start to see the depth.
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about Colorado Springs.
Man, this is the best of the best. Have you ever experienced a dinner like this before? I mean, if you
Yeah.
have, you have experienced one
Yeah,
like this.
well, so we-
identical.
Yeah, not identical actually. This has been really amazing seeing all the cooking happening outside. But we almost every year we do a dinner at Corner Post Farms. They do a Grazing Life is the company that hosts them. So we typically do a farm pairing dinner. So this kind of reminds me of that, but this is definitely really unique
Adrian
to downtown
and Dan
Denver.
will put something on a whole new level, right? I mean, and in Corner Post too.
Yeah.
But so many local providers that are amazing. Tonight we're featuring Centennial Cuts. This beef is delicious. Hopefully you'll take a look at him again. He has something called the Denver Cut.
No, I'm excited. He actually sent me a couple strips.
Did he really?
Yeah, he
good
threw them in
guy.
there. So I cooked them for Tina and myself on Sunday, and we got to enjoy them at the house. It's delicious beef.
Not bad.
Yeah, perks of the job.
Good stuff.
Perks of the job.
Okay, next course that's coming up. Could you tell us what we're about to have?
Yeah, we're stepping into dessert. So, you know, I really wanted to just kind of showcase the time of the year, right? We've got some blackberries that are harvesting. We've got some Rocky Ford cantaloupes. We did a semi-Fredo with a little bit of Thai tea that's infused into it. And then you've got a mochi, a fried piece of mochi that's actually coated in the Spice Guys Everything Bagel Spice.
Okay.
Because, you know, I love fried mochi, and it's usually coated in sesame, but I thought the bagel was all that onion and garlic and sesame and poppy, and it's such a salty treat of texture and flavor, and we thought it would just be a light way to kind of finish the meal off with, you know, not doing something too heavy, but a little more intricate flavor profile.
For sure. Does this have to get out quick?
No.
No? Okay, we're good.
You're good.
All right, usually dessert, I'm like, something's
We're
melting, and
professionals.
I know you are, brother. Absolutely. Lauren, man, badass that you came to see us
thank you so
tonight.
much for having
dinner.
us. It's really, really awesome being featured tonight, like
Axe
I said.
and the Oak.
Yeah.
You told us the story about Axe and the Oak. I think you should do it really quick again
Okay.
because it's really cool.
Yeah, so Axe and the Oak started in 2013. 5 friends, just sitting around a fire. Kind of as a brand, we're committed to the great whiskey, great music, and then the great outdoors. So those are kind of our 3 values. But
The name.
mostly in Axe and the Oak, the name behind it. So it's actually based in the Prohibition theme. So back in the Prohibition era, the federal agents would use the axes to bust open the oak barrels.
As a statement.
Yeah.
We're
Axe
free.
and the
We
Oak.
can drink again.
Or it was just
hallelujah.
right, the only tools you had at the time.
Cheers
But,
to you.
yeah,
Thank you for
so
coming
much,
up.
guys.
All right, we're
Yeah.
going to do this. Cheers. Turn our attention to the dessert course, and then wine. Colorado wine, brother. It's an interesting thing. A lot of people say, you know, is it good? Does it have a good rap? Is
There's some
Palisade?
good stuff.
There is some good stuff.
It's growing, too. You know, I had the opportunity to take Tina and I did the best trip. We partnered with a couple friends, and we loaded up a few ice chests with mini bottles of wine, and we actually took the train all the way to
Did you really?
Palisade.
You
Yeah.
took that train?
We took the train all the way from
That's cool.
Denver all the way out to Palisade, and we went to the wine festival. And it was like we went there.
When was this? Last year?
It
No, a
was
couple years
about
ago?
2 years ago.
We were there
Yeah.
last year. Damn it, we missed
And we
you.
did like 28 tunnels
Uh-huh.
through the train, which was amazing. It was the most breathtaking thing. It was like October as well. So
And that's like the cool Amtrak. Were you guys up
yeah.
top on that?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, and plus we consumed a lot of wine, so we cleared a whole cart. We had the cart to ourselves. But I was really impressed with companies like Coteris, really blew me away. I mean, I have a couple other bottles sitting in my collection at the house right now that I was actually just looking at. I think they're doing some great stuff.
Yeah, hey, I'm coming at you. Then.
Yeah. But that's the beauty is, anything that's on that longitude, latitude, you can see if you look at a map, wine runs parallel.
Yes.
It grows on this northern part, it grows on this southern part, and that's why you see it all the way across. So, you can grow wine in almost any state in the U.S. because we are at the right level.
I'm always so impressed with you, brother. Yeah. You're just like the top of the mountain for me, man.
You're
running.
Wine.
You're running at high octane right now. You're thinking clear.
You said most chefs don't talk. I need you to talk tonight. I said, all right, I'm going to talk. And when I talk too much, you're going to have to tell me to stop and wrap it up and give me the little 5-minute.
That'll never happen. Speaking of that, when we come back, we're going to come back on this stream. We're going to talk a little bit of wine, but we're also going to talk about Brother Luck's cooking classes, which I am a fan. I chime,
cool.
And all I want is for you to pay attention to me.
Tina's the star.
Right. Yeah, she totally
She's the
is
star.
behind the camera. And she talks with people and everything. Okay, we're going to do that when we come back. Dessert. We have a great night downtown here at Pizza Republica. Thank you for hosting us. This is a very well-appointed, spacious outdoor patio. It's al fresco dining, right?
It's gorgeous. This is the most people I've cooked for in like 6 months. So this is awesome.
In the city. Okay, we'll take these headsets off. We're going to get on our wireless, and we're going to wrap this baby up right here. The Modern Eater Show continues.
Hello, Summer Dinner Series guests. How are you? That's what I like to hear. Dessert's coming out. This is a great course, brother.
Thank you.
You love dessert?
I do.
Do you have a sweet tooth?
Yeah, for sure.
Are you savory or sweet?
I think I'm a mixture of both. I like balance.
A little balance. One thing that's interesting is tonight at Pizza Republica, these guys donated our space tonight. I mean, like literally. George Eater and Pizza Republica. We wanted to make, so generally with Eventbrite, you put everything included, fees, tax, tips, gratuity. We wanted to just make it a flat fee, but we wanted to give you the opportunity to show the service industry.
Wait, though. I want you to stop. Let's tell them about what's been going on.
Well, nothing's
right
been going
here.
on.
Yeah,
the convention center shut down. The guys at Pizza Republica are working just a couple. There's not much happening downtown. So Summer Dinner Series being here tonight, people just going back to work in general, especially in service industry. Think of any other industry where you're sitting there with no mask on, and these people are expected to go up to your table without you to have a mask on and serve on you and ask for food. Where else is that happening? Who else is risking themselves than servers and people in hospitality? Where else?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So what I'd like to ask you is to show your appreciation. Usually it's 20%. They're going to give you a zero tab. Well, $1. I'll pay the $1. You guys give them a nice tip. Because look at these guys over here, just waiting and doing the best job that they could possibly do through and through. This is what it's all about. Thank these guys so much. Brother, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, the last few months we've all been experiencing this, but when it comes to the restaurant industry, we survive on our guests and our guests coming in and sharing those experiences with us, allowing us to serve you is how we survive. And, with all the mandates we've been going through of restaurants closing, restaurants losing occupancy, having an entire downtown shut down, that not only affects the business owners, but it affects the service team that depend on those tips. It affects the people that supply the food, that need the restaurants to buy this food. There's so many different links in this chain that are being broken right now. And we don't know what tomorrow looks like. I can say as a business owner, I pray that my restaurants are going to stay open, but who knows? It's so scary, and we are fighting every day, and it is a constant defensive mindset where all you're trying to do is protect what you've worked so hard to build, and a lot of that is our people. So, us being able to do this dinner tonight, even me coming up from the Springs to do this dinner, this gave an opportunity for work tonight. So, thank you so much for being able to come out and support us, because it's really important.
Oh, man.
Wow,
Thank
well
you.
said. Well said.
Thank you to the chefs. Let's hear. Where are the chefs at?
I
Where are the
think that
chefs?
a lot of the chefs were done.
The smoking.
Where are the
But,
chefs at?
but there were a lot of great chefs and people that came in from our local community.
And
so.
I promised Elin before I got up on the microphone, I would talk to him for a minute and meet somebody. And
Elin has just walked
not
out here, but we had a guy who started a knife company. All these different chefs have had to pivot. And that's the one thing is there have been very few chefs like Brother who are lucky enough to have their own establishment and have the support of their community. And tonight we had a lot of chefs. There were several chefs up here tonight who actually closed their restaurants. And because of that, they had the time to come and help Brother, so we were very fortunate. But times are tough. And so, a big shout out to all of the chefs. There's
Mind-blowing.
Biker Jim, Elin Wenzel, all of these guys that came out tonight.
So mind-blowing. Dessert, right? I mean, a lot of whose favorite course is dessert? You're not going to admit it, so don't.
I will.
Who's going to admit
mine.
it? Oh, it's yours. All right. You guys, so Pizza Republica, you guys, thank you. Let's bring this last course out, and let's just hear it for these guys for Pizza Republica so much. Literally, every single week, the same crew helping us out. Talk about the dessert course, brother.
Yeah, so I like a balance of flavors. I like unique flavors, especially when it comes to dessert. It's always my opportunity to play. I take a lot of my savory mindset and apply it to sweet. But I don't like overly sweet when it comes to dessert. So what we have is really kind of showcasing summer right now. We have some Rocky Ford melons. These cantaloupes have been lightly marinated. We serve that with a honeydew. We serve that with a cantaloupe gel next to it. You have some macerated blackberries. We have a nice mousse that's been whipped with a little bit of Thai tea, a little bit of star anise, and a little bit of ginger. And then we finish that off with a little bit of Thai basil. And then you have a piece of fried mochi that we actually used the spice guy. He gave us his everything bagel spice. So we coated that fried mochi in everything bagel spice for a really fun, salty, savory element to kind of round it all out. So enjoy.
I love it. Thank you so much. What do you like with your dessert? I like wine. You like a little wine?
I'm a Sauternes guy.
All right.
Yeah. I'm bougie.
You are, yes, you are. I like some wine. I'd like to introduce you to a couple of folks here tonight.
Okay, all right.
And Carboy Winery, who's a local winery. They're in Breckenridge, they're in Littleton, and they're here in Denver. I'm in love with the company, and we've gotten to know Carboy throughout the. They're sourcing grapes from a lot of places, but really, in particular, Palisade, Colorado, bringing those grapes back and making a nice local wine. I'd like to introduce Mallory and Karami here with us. Are you here? Hey, guys. Good to see you.
I'm proud of your pronunciation of my name.
Did I do it right?
It was really good.
Wow, listen, I don't do that often. So thank you for being here with us tonight. Wine. What do you look for in a wine, brother?
I always look at my pairings. I usually base what I'm drinking my wine on based on usually what I'm eating. But when I write my dishes, I go the other way. I can't change what's in the bottle, so I like to taste the wine and create the dish based on what I'm tasting in the bottle, because there's such a story there of the decision making of how the grapes were grown, to how they were picked, to how they were harvested, to how they were aged, to how they were bottled, and how they were shipped to me and sold. So I like to go the other way.
Wow, that's good stuff right there, right?
Absolutely.
Introduce yourselves and then talk about Carboy Winery, if you would.
My name is Karami, and I'm one of the operating partners at Angelo's Taverna on 6th Avenue. So I am here representing Carboy Winery, as the mask says.
I like this microphone. Let me trade you.
Okay.
I want you to sound great.
Okay. Is this better? Oh. Okay. So Carboy Winery, we started in Littleton 2015. We started kind of just sourcing bulk wine originally, and now we're actually doing Western Slope grapes ourselves. So we're trying to elevate and trying to showcase Colorado wine, Colorado grapes. So we haven't really gotten to the Sauternes yet, but maybe we'll get to,
I like a
to
good
something
rosé.
like that.
I'm all about that rosé life as well.
I think the Albarino will go really well with what you did tonight. But we are here in Denver, in Breckenridge, and in Littleton, so we're doing a great job. I hope you guys are enjoying the wine tonight. Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, guys. My name is Mallory. I can't take any credit for the wine tonight. I do want to give a shout out to Tyzok, who couldn't make it because he is literally over his head in grapes right now. We just started our fourth harvest. Back in 2017, we started with 5 tons of grapes. This year we have over 100 tons of grapes delivered to our production facility in Littleton. So he is there working very hard to make all these beautiful wines for you guys. We appreciate all the support from the locals. We wouldn't be here without the support from the distilleries, the breweries, the restaurateurs, everybody who's made Carboy happen. So we're very happy to be here tonight, and thank you guys so much. Hope you're enjoying.
Well, wait, though. Tell them you've got something new coming up at 9th and Logan, don't you?
Yes. So we at the Old Govs Park Tavern, very many owners have taken over. On one side, we have Logan Street Restaurant and Bar. That features just a variety of food. We have everything from your classic burger to sea bass to salmon. On the corner is the new Carboy Winery in Denver. And then around the corner from that is Ivy on 7th, which is our breakfast and lunch location. So you literally never have to leave the block. You can have breakfast, happy hour, charcuterie, and then dinner starting at 8 a.m. So come on and check us out. We'd love
I'm
to
a
have you
fan.
guys.
I love the brand. Have you heard of Chef Rebecca Wiseman? She won CHOP too, and she's here in town. She's like one of the she's somebody who is under-recognized in this city, and we want to do what we can for Chef Rebecca Wiseman. She does a great job over there at Logan Street.
No, she's amazing.
Isn't she?
She's a huge influence over my career. So she's texting me tonight. She's like, send me the menu. What's on the menu? What are you eating? Send me a picture.
I love it. I love it. And we did a dinner with you guys last week at Logan Street, and it was really worthwhile. I have to tell you, tomorrow, brother, we're bringing the show, the Modern Eater Show, which airs, incidentally, 2 to 4 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Guess that's not every single day. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. We'll be at Carboy in Littleton tomorrow doing our show. So hopefully you can tune into that on the Modern Eater Facebook page. Did you guys take a lot of pictures tonight? What? I know my mom
think we
did.
forgot
She
to
loves
ask.
that social media and pictures. Did you take a lot of pictures tonight? No, you did not. Huh? All right. I took some pictures. We're going to have a good time. What? You were too busy eating. A lot of people do that.
It happens.
Carboy, thank you guys
Thank
for
you for
being here
having us.
tonight. That's Colorado at its finest. Look at Chef Brother Luck. Is that your hair right now, brother?
It is.
Look at that long hair.
It's
That's COVID
it's
hair.
my COVID hair.
Tonight's dinner has been very special for all of us. I really, really want to hear your encouragement for Chef Brother Luck coming up from Colorado Springs. Wait, hold on. Usually I get up when chefs like this bring themselves and volunteer to cook for you. Chef Brother Luck, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Downtown Denver wants to hear from you, Chef Brother Luck, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a witness, brother?
Yeah, you know, I'm smiling underneath this mask, so.
It's ear to ear. Thank you guys for coming out. Our whole production team, Jay Parker and James and DJ and Dave Reed, you guys did such a great work keeping these microphones going and us streaming on the air.
And a shout out to all the farmers, too. Let's not forget all those farmers that helped bring this food to us.
So good. We're going to keep this going. Guess what? Next week we continue. We have 3 more Summer Dinner Series dinners to go. Chef George Eater, he is the proprietor of this place. He's a very talented chef. He'll be here next week doing an Italian dinner. If you don't have your tickets, summerdinnerseries.com. Summerdinnerseries.com. Let's hear it. Summerdinnerseries.com. Summerdinnerseries.com. I'm so disappointed in most of you people. You just get onto that because you've been on that website. After that, it's going to be Justin Brunson. He doesn't have a restaurant anymore, but he's going to be cooking in front of you guys on the 25th. And then September 1st, closing it out, Chef Troy Garth. He'll be here cooking for you as well, and that'll be the summer. And that'll be it. But right now, we can still continue going on. I'm on Brian Freeman. I thank you so much, man.
Oh, no, thank you, man.
You do a great job. And then lastly, again, Chef Brother Luck and the chefs and Biker Jim Pittenger. You guys, your chef as
Chef
well.
Nick's. He's back there.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys drive safe. Be well. We'll see you next week. The Summer Dinner Series continues right here, The Modern Eater Show. Boom.
Thank you.